কোথায়? বন্ধ কর, বন্ধ কর।
Warm welcome to all the dignitaries and participants. By the grace of Swami Vivekananda ji, we are going to start our valedictory program of internship, valedictorization of internship program. In fact, we took up two internship programs. One is petroleum and petrochemical industries, the other being sustainable development for Indian industries. And the course content for both the courses were made in such a fashion that we have accounted many other topics, not only sustainable development, not only the requirements, the industrial practices, but also the modern industry trends like Industry 4.0. Today's function, we have our very, very enlightened panel speakers, Professor Chiranjeev Bhattacharya. Professor Bhattacharya is the Pro Vice Chancellor and also President of West Bengal Higher Secondary Council, Pro Vice Chancellor of Jadavpur University. So he will join for a few minutes. We have already joined Dr. Ashit K. Das, Head Refinery R&D and Development, Reliance Industries Limited. Professor Bhaskar Gupta, you can see Professor Gupta just beside me. He is a professor of eminence, Jadavpur University, Electronics and Telecommunication Department, and program director of this particular course. Professor B.B. Poida, Professor Orunabha Majumdar, and Mr. Sandeep Nanda, who is the Vice President, MAMSIS World, Bangalore. I have been bestowed the responsibility of conducting this program, and the program will be also organized by Dr. Arun Kanti Mishra, the Secretary of our organization, Vivekananda Institute of Environment and Management, Mr. Oshanendu Mondal, Chief General Manager, ONGC, retired, who has conducted most of the sessions as the program coordinator, and Ms. Paumi Ghosh, our transmission coordinator, who is arranging all such type of transmission and this media presentation. The program highlights is like this. I will tell brief about the program, what has been covered, just within a couple of minutes. Professor Bhattacharya, when he joins, he will have the benediction. We have the participants' feedback. 3 participants were chosen, one from Jadavpur University, one from NIFFT Ranchi, and one from Heritage Institute of Technology. This will be followed by the panel discussion and feedback session. So this is about today's program. I request Professor Gupta to just say 1 or 2 introductory remarks for this, because Professor Gupta is program director, and then we will proceed. Professor Gupta, please.
Thank you, to talk about this program, actually, this is the last day when we are meeting about this. I hope all our participants could gather some thoughts, that's a thought-provoking knowledge of this course. In this course, as Swami Vivekananda rightly pointed out, we covered not only what was there in the scheduled program, but many topics beyond that, related to the present day trends in industry, for that matter, industry 4.0, as we know, starting from the industrial revolution days, industry 1.0, then that was the day of mechanical industry, and then the electrical industry days of industry 2.0, industry 3.0, the essentially digital age, and now finally in industry 4.0, we are in the scenario where everything, every paradigm of thought is being reorganized, is being viewed at an entirely different angle, from an entirely different perspective. I would like, say, artificial intelligence, paradigms like artificial intelligence, or the automatic optimization has changed the total concept of industry, not only from technological viewpoint, from the viewpoint of economy, from the viewpoint of quality, from all aspects. Just the way we are now finding that ubiquitous communication society through the proliferation of social media, I mean, starting from the days of mobile, which is impossible to think of, to conceive in 1980s when we passed out, myself and Maharaji, I mean, so but it all changed. Nowadays, you see, every person is connected to every other person. This is rightly the day when we find what John Donne said much earlier, written in the introduction to the book. I remember always Farewell to Arms. No man is an island. Every man is a continent, a part of the main. And you see how it's changing. So that involves a huge change in all our economic, behavior, every aspect. Industry has changed. Industry has changed. Industry users have changed. People have changed every way. Every way. In fact, this is the age of IoT. IoT, internet was there. But then came internet of people's interaction, and then finally, that's internet of things. Not only for human beings or machines, just of things. I mean, initially it was men communicating with other men, women communicating with other women, people communicating with other people for internet. That was what internet was for. Then came the era when people communicated with the machines. But finally now, it's time when the smart machines are communicating with themselves. We don't know where it's all leading to, where we are going. There are many upsides as well as many downsides, many pitfalls. See, all these developments brought into question the concept of sustainability. Just now we see that our city, Kolkata, is repeatedly getting flooded. But is it only our city? No. I think New Year never witnessed the flood that it has seen this year, the waterlogging. In the city of Fukuoka, which I have visited, if nothing, almost 20 times, I've never imagined that people can die just through waterlogging by just falling in drains. Unimaginable. what's happening? It's happening because of global warming. And why global warming is causing warming of the seas and thus change in climate. But why all this? Our developmental activities. When we were in mad pursuit of development, we never thought what's leading us to. You must understand that in the last decade, the climate has changed so much that it had not changed so much in the last thousands of years. So, in fact, talking about this COVID right now, that's the biggest problem. We are not sure whether it's some failed biotechnology experiment. Many people are coming up with many different theories, but the sum and substance of everything is there. For a long time, we have fought with the nature. We did not coexist. We did not cooperate. In the name of development, in the name of moving forward, we were in contradiction, and just contradiction is a wild word. We are in fight with nature day after day, and that cost us many. I can elaborate, and obviously, that you know about all these aspects, but the question is, it's high time we should ponder, we should orient all our activities towards a direction where we should assimilate the new technologies properly. Properly means we should assimilate the new technologies in such a way that we should now henceforth cooperate with the nature, and not fight against it. So, I mean, that's sustainable development, that's sustainability, and that's where lies the importance of looking at the present technological development. We have to decide how we should harness all these developments, and that's why I think is importance of these type of courses. In fact, this course primarily meant for the college students, younger generation. I'm sure motivate them to march towards a brighter future where they would ensure a world for us which will lead us to light, lead us to development in the truest sense. I think today's valedictory session will also be addressed by many luminaries, and also I think we would get the feedback from the students by which we would be greatly enriched. In fact, students are always our driving force. But for the students, we would have been nowhere and all our progress would have stopped. So I'm looking forward to feedback from them. And obviously, I'm looking forward to the illuminating talks from dignitaries. So with these few words, I think we can move on with the program. And that's all. Once again, thank you everybody. Thank you all dignitaries. And thank you all.
Thank you, Professor Gupta, for such a wonderful, you can say, the illuminating introductory talk. Now we can have two types of methodology regarding conducting the program. One is that our feedback, the panel discussion we can start right now, or we can take some of the one or two the participants' remarks about their experiences, and on the basis of that we can channelize our panel discussion. So I think the first method will be beneficial for the participants, But if any of the dignitaries are having any, paucity of time or have some, more important other assignments, then please let me know. Then I will cover that and then I will start it. Otherwise, I will request Sri Vishwabandhu Bera, the participant from Jadavpur University, because you see, this is a program between Jadavpur University and our Vivekananda Institute of Environment Management. Vishwabandhu is the third year participant from the Department of Chemical Engineering. So I request Vishwabandhu to speak for around 2 to 3 minutes about your experience regarding this particular internship program. Please, you can switch on your camera. You can switch on the video mode. Vishwabandhu, please.
Okay, 1 minute.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Oh, surely. Surely, carry on.
Good evening. Yes. Good evening, everybody. Respected teachers, my loving know that in this internship we have learned many things which is not included in our books, and also, but we have learned many things which we will face in our upcoming life, and for our future, which is very much beneficial also. And we have learned many things regarding oil and gas industry. In the oil and gas industry, we have learned about the upstream process and downstream processes. In upstream processes, we have learned about how to detect the survey to know whether there is oil or not in the seas, and how to install a plant over the seas, and then how to do the oil exploration processes, and how to separate the oil, and how to how to take the safety measures there. Then coming to refinery process, we have learned about the distillation column, hydrocracking, hydrotreating, and also about the compressed natural gas, liquid petroleum gas, and other things also. Apart from oil and gas industry, we have also learned about what wastewater management, IoT, and Industry 4.0, which is much more related to modern technology. And also we have learned about green hydrogen. So all over, this internship is very much beneficial for us, and it is somehow will be very much important also for our future. So thank you to all our respected teachers, and also especially thank you to Moharaj sir and our coordinator sir to organize such a beautiful internship program where we meet all the great personality people who are in the very much higher position in the society. So I have never think also that I can speak with them. So it is personally I am very much happy. So, and feeling proud also to be a part of this internship program. And I will surely miss this internship program after today. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Vishwabandhu, for your observation. You have already thanked me and our coordinator said. Our coordinator is actually Mr. Darshanendu Mondal. Today, he very meticulously arranged the program, and almost he was present for the last 1 month on each and every program and summarized the program. But today, he is having a very, very important international assignment, of course, virtually, because he is a world-renowned oil and gas expert, had his great career in ONGC for last 35 years. So like that. But I also supplement that we should thank to two persons. One is Professor Chiranjeev Bhattacharya, the Pro Vice Chancellor of Jadavpur University. Because of his goodwill, this internship could possible. And also Professor Bhaskar Gupta, who is just beside me, he is a professor of electronics and telecommunication engineering, a professor of eminence, it is being called. But regarding all the Jadavpur matters, the operating, you can say the operating part of that. So he is the main prime mover, you can say. So,
Yes, I pranam neban.
the students, yes, sir. Sir, sir, you were telling something, Professor Paira? Sir?
না না স্যার আমি বিশ্ববন্ধু বলছিলাম যে সবাই প্রণাম নেবেন আমার।
Oh, I see. Very good. So our next speaker is my teacher. Actually, I did not get the opportunity to have the studentship, but I learned a lot of things, and I am associated with last around 25 years with him, and that is our Professor Poida, Professor B.B. Poida. Yesterday, I had intimate discussion with the Vice Chancellor of our universities. I went to him for a program, actually, for a problem, one academic problem of one student. But he said that you have come to me, but if you have told this to our sir, Professor Poida, then he could advise better than me. Such is Professor Poida. Sir, I request you to put your observation. Sir, please. Kindly switch on your camera.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, surely.
Good evening to you all. Professor Bhaskar Gupta, I see you again after some time. Swami Dr. Vedakananda Maharaj, and I do not know whether Chiranjeev is present, but
No, you will be joined afterwards. Yes.
Dr. Arun Vishwas and other dignitaries. I'm really, I really congratulate the institute to organize such a unique program for the students during this pandemic period. And whatever they have learned, they are expected to learn. What is the future vision has already been highlighted by Professor Bhaskar Gupta, starting from the industrial revolution in the mid 18th century to mid 19th century, where electrical energy became the backbone of industrial civilization, and then digital revolution, industry 3.0, 4.0, we are advancing towards possibly humanoids for industry 5.0 and so on and so forth. But for the young generation, budding engineers, I have a bit of advice that with all these things, we are bringing in some pollutions, some waste, and that is destroying our environment, bleeding our mother earth. So whatever you try to do in life later on, try to engage yourself in projects, plans, or concepts where this environment or the coexistence of nature and civilization sustains. If the civilization does not sustain, if it eats up the flora and fauna, then what would be the net result? If say the sea level is rising, the average temperature of Earth is rising. So where will we go after say 30, 40, 50 years? Therefore, you young, talented engineers, you try to ask yourself that whatever you do, you try not to generate any waste, not to generate any pollution. That means there will be no pollution, no waste industry. I do not mean that. Try to reduce it to the minimum possible extent. The world is moving fast, and we will see replacing the thermal source, the fossil source of production of electrical energy to, say, renewable sources like solar and wind. So therefore, you engage yourself in such profession that it gives relief to the civilization, and it brings about a harmonious relationship of the living beings with the nature. That is what is my message to you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I am also a little bit tired today. For the whole day long, we had lots of meetings. So please don't mind if I retire at this stage. I've not been able to take even 5 minutes rest throughout the whole day. So thank you very much. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to interact with the talented minds, young generations. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
But sir, we will not let you to take up retirement for at least last coming 10 years. Because we have seen how you can see the engineering college movements in our state, how you have channelized everything, and still at this age, I hope you have crossed 80. But so
Yes,
sharpness in the mind.
nearly 84. And I have four
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
meetings tomorrow at the university.
You are our inspiration.
Pastor says you are our inspiration. Okay.
Yes, sir, you are our inspiration. True.
But the inspiration by your side in the
Professor Poira, am
Bhaskar.
I audible?
Yes, yes. You are
You are
audible.
really excellent because you are so energetic. Really, it's wonderful.
Your love and affection keep me energetic.
আপনি সবসময় হচ্ছেন আমাদের কাছে ইন্সপিরেশন।
চিরঞ্জীব এসো, আমি দেখতে পাচ্ছি না তোমাকে, আমি একটু দেখে
আমি আসলে অন্ধকার গাড়িতে রয়েছি।
Friends, we are
এবার
very
দেখতে পাচ্ছেন
delighted.
একটু আলোতে, গাড়ির লাইটটা জ্বালালাম।
Friends, we are very delighted that our honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, just now I was telling that this program was, you people are thanking me or say our coordinator, but this program was made possible because of Professor Chiranjeev Bhattacharya, because he has approved everything. Any program, any such endeavor.
No, I always try to join, but today I was so busy.
We got Professor Bhattacharya. Professor Bhattacharya, please speak for a few words for the participants.
Just speaking only few words actually. Today,
Yes.
I was so busy. I went to Jadavpur University. Now then after that I came to HS Council. Then again I'm going to another place for some official work. So it's still now on official work. So it's really hectic, just really hectic for me. But definitely, I always remember that today there was some incidents, particularly this particular occasion that I thought that I should join. So it's really, first of all, I definitely congratulate the Swami Vedananda ji, as well as my colleague, my friend, my inspiration also, Professor Bhaskar Gupta. He is very dynamic, and for organizing this particular internship program on this particular topic, which is very pertinent in the present day's context, particularly related to petroleum industry, petroleum refinery and petrochemical industry. And secondly, the sustainable development with respect to industry. Whenever now we are going for some development nowadays, we need to go for industrialization. We need to go for industrialization. There is no alternative out of it. But definitely, obviously, our development should be sustainable in that particular sense, that we shouldn't cause harm to the Mother Earth. So in that particular respect, our development should focus on the sustainable development, that is without affecting so much. Particularly in terms of energy, we need to go for renewable energy or the green energy. Secondly, we need to go for the recycling or the zero waste concept or the zero liquid discharge concept. And in fact, I am now so busy. Otherwise, I could have delivered some lectures also, because I carried out some research with this particular objective on the sustainable development with respect to the zero waste or with respect to the recycling or some sort of this sort of concept, the circular economy. Sometimes it is called the circular economy also. So with respect to all these things, there is a lot of scope. There is a lot of research works which are going on across the globe, across the different countries. So with respect to all this, I think that there is a lot of possibilities, and the young generation, particularly the young minds, should focus on this particular aspect of sustainable development, the zero waste concept. And with respect to this particular workshop, this particular, not workshop, the internship program could shed a lot of light, particularly in the young generation mind. So I definitely convey my thanks to the Vivekananda Institute, led by Swami Vivekanandaji, as well as the Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Jadavpur University, and particularly Professor Bhaskar Gupta. Definitely, he's doing a lot in association with Swami Vivekanandaji. And I hope that in future also we will be able to conduct many such internship programs, seminar, workshops that will be able to shed light on the current problem related to sustainable development, or particularly the climate change, global warming, or as such, all these particular topics. So with this, I want to conclude. I need to enter another office for some other official work. So with this, I want to conclude, and I just convey my thanks to the organizer, and I convey my thanks to all the participants. And I hope that this particular internship program has been quite successful in elucidating or to give us some ideas about the recent trends in the petroleum industry or the petrochemical industry, as well as with respect to the sustainable development.
Professor
With this, I
Bhattacharya,
want to conclude. Thank you very much.
Dr.
Thanks a lot.
Ashit Das is present here. Ashit, please, can you please?
Ashit is really our alumni, is my senior. I want to convey my thanks to Dr. Dash. It's really nice to. Can I see you once, Ashit Da? একবার দেখতে পারি আপনাকে?
Yes.
প্রফেসর পয়রাকে খুব ভালো লাগছে দেখো। যাই হোক, আমি এখন একটা আবার ইয়েতে ঢুকছি, আমি একটু বেরিয়ে যাচ্ছি আবার। সরি।
তো তুমি বিজিএস্ট ম্যান।
আমার এখন অবস্থা খুব খারাপ, আমি আরেকটা কাজে এখন ঢুকছি।
মোস্ট বিজি পারসন।
এইচএস কাউন্সিলেরই একটা ইস্যুতে। ওকে তাহলে, সি ইউ। থ্যাংক ইউ ভেরি মাচ সবাইকে।
ঠিক আছে।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
গুপ্ত কিছু মনে করবেন না, আমিও চলে যাচ্ছি।
Just to supplement our honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, let me say that all the topics that he mentioned, that is zero liquid waste discharge, and also the circular economy, these topics were very, very adequately covered by our friends from Reliance Industries, led by Dr. Ashit Das. Today, Professor Dr. Das will address the gallery, just he will start interaction. But I have also invited his whole team, if it is possible, to join, because only because of them we could, cover all such topics in many of the areas. Even we don't have any ideas. So all the very, very innovative ideas, so that is being covered very extensively by the Reliance R&D group led by Dr. Ashit Das. But before his presentation, before his lecture given, let me ask Mr. Govind Kumar Ghosh, our student participant, because you see, all this work, all our endeavor, that is basically because of, for the students, and how that message is being penetrated to their level, so that we should touch upon. So I request Goidik. Goidik is from National Institute of Foundry and Forge Technology, Ranchi. Goidik, please switch on your camera and speak for a couple of minutes. Goidik.
Very good evening to all. At the outset, I must thank you all for giving me an opportunity to present my feedback for the online internship program on sustainable development for Indian industries. Sustainable development in India encompasses a variety of development schemes in social, clean tech, which is clean energy, clean water, and sustainable agriculture, and also human resources segments, having caught the attention of both central and state and also public and private sectors. In fact, India is expected to begin the greening of its national income accounting, making depletion in natural resources wealth a key component in its measurement of gross domestic product. India's sustained efforts towards reducing greenhouse gases will ensure that the country's per capita emission of greenhouse gases will continue to be low. Growth in the use of greenhouse gases has put India on the green building leader board with countries such as the US. About 2-3% of all construction in India is green, as good as in the US. India is at the center of this transformation. It is a rapidly growing economy with a huge domestic market and an important role in global supply chains. However, India is also highly vulnerable to the effects of climate change, where increasing average temperatures and changing rainfall patterns are already having significant impact on the economy. However, this decade is a time of transformation. I strongly believe that India will be at the center of this transformation driven by sustainability principles. Therefore, attending these types of program, one can gain knowledge and exposure which can be an eye-opener. The overall internship was exhaustive and all the topics pertaining to sustainability has been covered very well. The program has been blended with new topics like IoT, which has made it quite interesting as well. I thank the organizers for planning and executing the program so well, and I wish them all the best. Thank you, and my deep regards to all the participants.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, welcome, Gauri. In fact, I was so happy that most of the participants were from chemical engineering background, but Goirik is from a different background. So we always try to get penetrated through the different disciplines. So regarding that, I was very happy, and also I am happy with your lecture. Our next topic is, the next program is the observation by Dr. Ashit K. Dash. Dr. Dash is the head refinery R&D and development, Reliance Industries Limited. He has two offices, one at Jamnagar Refinery, the other is at Reliance Corporate Park at Bombay. He is heading both the offices. So he is present, though he is so busy, but he is present today because this shows his earnest, love for these academic programs. So with this short introduction, let us invite Dr. Rashid Dash to put his observations. Dr. Dash, please.
Thank you, respected Maharaji, for inviting me for this valedictory session. I am very happy to be here amongst you. I would like to thank Professor Bhaskar Gupta ji and Professor Paira ji, whom I respect both of them a lot. And I also could meet a good friend, Professor Chiranjeev, who is my junior. I am also from Jadavpur University. I passed out in 1983 from chemical engineering. I gave a lecture in this. This is a very good program. My colleagues also participated. They shared their thoughts, some of the technologies which we have been working on, sustainability, circularity, etc. But today I will speak to you not about technical matters. This is the valedictory session. I will cover a different aspect of this thing. I know many of you will be entering into your career, and many will also be in the corporate sector. I am very sure about it. So I just wanted to give you a perspective of how seriously learning as a whole is considered in the progression in a career in corporate sector. I would give a perspective specific to Reliance, but the same is true for other corporate big companies. You see, there is a term called the potential. The potential of a person, it depends on 4 factors. Basically, we call it JALR model, JAL model, right? J is for judgment, A is for achievement, R is for relationship, and L is for learning. Okay. So these are the 4 factors which actually determines the potential of a person and how he will grow, how fast he will grow, where he will grow, and where he will not grow. So please remember this model. One should have very good judgment about big picture, small picture, and judgment is very, very essential. And achievement is also equally very important, because that is where the conversion of potential to actually realized, milestones are there. The relationship deals about the emotional intelligence of a person. It's just not the IQ or the memory, but the EQ part of it. That is where the relationship is primarily the deciding factor. In fact, emotional intelligence is a lot more important than sometimes even IQ. So today in the corporate sector, relationship, how one establishes relationship, is a very, very important, which determines the success or failure of a person and a department, and also big corporates. So I think emotional intelligence, one has to play a lot of learn and then utilize. And most important also is the learning ability, that the agility to learn new things and solving challenging aspects of the problem is where this learning question comes about. Actually, it is said that as long as we live, we continue learning. There is no end to learning. The best part in learning I have seen is when actually one tries to solve problem, not entirely on your comfort zone. You must learn how to work which are not in your comfort zone. That is where you learn many new topics, not by merely reading, but by interacting with people who are knowledgeable. You also learn a lot by actually doing things or trying to do things. So there are many mechanisms to learn. And therefore, it's very important to learn from others' experience. Like this, this is a forum where many faculties are coming and they are sharing their knowledge. In a short period of time, it is possible to learn many new topics, which if you want to read and learn, it would take a long time. So therefore, I urge you to really keep yourself open for learning, learn it from different platforms, from different people, and utilize it to the best benefit for the society, that is where the learning is fully accomplished. So in these words, I wish all the best to all of you. I wish that you do a great career and contribute to the society, contribute to the societal cause, because that is where the real value of education comes. That is where the real satisfaction of whatever you read and learn. It's just not getting the certificate from university. It's actually the field is the real exam center is the real life. Because that is where all the learning that we have taken in the universities and down thereafter are really tested, And some of these don't take meager problems, don't take artificial problems, don't take imaginary problem, take real life big problem and work for one problem for 10 years, 20 years, or as long as it takes to solve that problem. Just take one problem of the society and utilize your all knowledge to solve that problem. You will find the whole life gets different meaning by just solving the society's problem, because through that you are actually connecting your knowledge, your ability to learn to really solve some genuine, practical, societal problems. So I stop here. I thank you once again for conducting this this internship program, which is extremely beneficial, I believe, for the students. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Dash. I request you to be present for a few minutes. I will ask the participants if sometimes some doubts comes to the young minds. So if such is there, so I think you can help them. Participants, do you have any doubts? Because this is a great opportunity. You can say the rare opportunity to interact with a person like Dr. Dash. So if anyone is having any doubts, you can, or any idea or anything, you can ask. Please feel free to ask. Anyone?
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
My name is Rudra Prasad Dana, sir. I have a question, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I'm from Heritage Institute of Technology.
Yes.
Sir, actually, sir, today's in today's world, sir, especially the Indian government is thinking to develop an ethanol plant in the petroleum industries. So, sir, what is the basic importance of ethanol to blend in petroleum products? Sir, I would want to know about that.
Okay, there are two reasons why ethanol is being considered. One, it improves the efficiency of gasoline engines because of the presence of oxygen. It is an oxygenate, so it burns the fuel in a better manner. So the efficiency improves of the ethanol. 5% ethanol, it improves the efficiency by about 3%. Okay, so if you get 30% fuel efficiency, it becomes 33. Now, the other part is the ethanol is produced from, agro industries like molasses. Now, sugarcane juice also is getting, converted. So by that, you are actually making your fuel from sustainable, bio sources, which are actually a mechanism by which you can achieve sustainability. So this is another facet of it. So bioethanol provides that sustainability, through it the CO2 gets, you are emitting through fuel burning, and then the CO2 is consumed in the sugarcane to produce sugarcane, and that is why the CO2 gets circular. That's why the bio-based fuel is sustainable. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, thank you.
Any
sir.
other question? Anyone? Anyone, please?
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes.
Sir, can I ask?
Oh, surely.
Sir, Reliance is generating very much petroleum products. Right? Reliance is a multinational company and it's generating very much petroleum products. It has a world biggest refinery. But still, why the price of fuel in India is going up?
This is a very good question. I think if you look at the price, I'll give you a very brief. If the price is 100 rupees a liter, of that the actual production cost, which is about 37 rupees. Rest is all tax.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
And the tax comes on very many counts. Some of central government and some by state government. There are many different, permutations and combinations. Some part of it goes into the agencies who are marketing agencies, those who are actually running the retail outlets. But that percentage is not much. It's about 2 to 5% goes into marketing and retail. Rest 60% almost is tax.
And sir, another question, sir, to get a very big position in Reliance Industries, so is BTech degree is enough, or we need to have a MBA degree?
Actually, we have two level entry programs are there. We call it GETs. Now the GETs for select universities, top class universities and IITs, they enter through GET program. And for that we have campus interview, and for that BTech is good enough. And MBA is an additional, additional qualification which really helps you in your career growth, but it's not essential. BTech is the only essential degree. But for research and development, our induction occurs at usually with MTech, and preferred is PhD. And nowadays we are of course taking various multidisciplinary areas also are covered. So just not chemical engineering, we are covering many other like electrochemical engineering is in a lot of demand nowadays, because of solar photovoltaics, batteries. These are all electrochemistry. So those who are having, even if someone have 1 year diploma course also, or if somebody has postgraduate degree on these areas, like new advanced materials, graphite materials, then solar PV, then batteries. These are all emerging fields, multidisciplinary areas. I urge you to take some more additional courses. This should improve your profile.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Dash.
Thank you.
There is no other question. So let me announce one thing that you see on 17th and 18th December, Vivekananda Institute of Environment Management is organizing a national symposium, and our Honorable Vice Chancellor, because of you can say our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor and Professor Bhaskar Gupta's initiative, our Honorable Vice Chancellor has approved that program. The program will be organized as a joint program between Jadavpur University and Vivekananda Institute of Environment Management, Kolkata. And in this program, there will be lots of opportunities. Not only so many industries professional will come, it will be a hybrid mode program. The first day will be, those are the local people, people near Kolkata. So they have the option of a registration for the hybrid mode. They can join first day in physical mode, and also those are from outside, they can join in online mode like that. And incidentally, though this is a program supported by Jadavpur University, but incidentally this is actually the 100 years of chemical engineering. Chemical engineering is the first discipline in the National Council of Education. Please, those are not talking, please mute. Please mute them. Those are. Yes. So this is the program. So there it will be opportunity for the young students, the UG students for paper presentation, postgraduate students, the research scholars. They can have their innovative work presentation, innovative ideas presentation, and there will be, I think, on the first day, there will be the physical things. Those they can join. That they can join the centenary program of the celebration of the chemical engineering department 100 years. So they can be also be present physically, take part in the lunch and other snacks. So that is also possible. So please keep in touch with us. All our programs are very much subsidized, you see. If you, whatever the programs you find in the net, so our program is the, you can say, the most subsidized program. So far as the benefit, whatever you receive through that much is constant. So that is why please keep in touch with us. This is one thing. And the second idea is that our student, Ms. Shati Shaha, she will put her observation that how did she like that program, or whatever lacuna we have, so that we can supplement it in our future courses. So Shati, please switch on your camera so that we can start your small observation.
Am I audible, sir?
Oh, surely.
Am I audible?
Yes, surely. But you switch on your camera. Please switch on your camera. Hello. Yes. Yes. Please.
Good evening to all the respected dignitaries and my fellow participants present today. It was a great opportunity for all of us to be able to learn so many valuable things in depth from such knowledgeable and renowned industrial experts on the petroleum, on the topics like petroleum and petrochemical industries, IoT, and sustainable development programs. I would like to thank our organizers for conducting such beautiful online internship, especially in this pandemic situation that we, for this online program, we got easy access to learning. So thank you very much for arranging such program, and especially Swamiji Maharaj and Professor Bhaskar Gupta, Sir Oshanandu Mandal, Pomi ma'am, for arranging the program and putting constant efforts and guiding us throughout the journey, making the internship a huge success. Overall, it was a great experience for me, and I hope all the things I got to learn after coming out as an engineer, I'll be able to apply those knowledge, making the world a better place. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shati. Our next speaker means he will also interact. Mr. Shandip Nando, Vice President of MEMSIS Foundation, MEMSIS World, Bangalore. So he is one IoT and industry, he is an industry 4.0 and IoT expert, and also has the great knowledge regarding life, what our Dr. Das has pointed out, that definitely technical knowledge is very sufficient, very much required, but that is not alone sufficient. For becoming a successful engineer, one has to be has to acquire so many qualities. So Dr. Das has pointed some of that, and some will be pointed by Mr. Sandeep Nando. So I request Mr. Sandeep Nando to have his speech, a short talk discussion. Mr. Nando, please.
Good evening, Maharaj, and thank you for the opportunity. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejashvinavadhitamastu ma vidmishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. First of all, it's my absolute pleasure to be here. My sincere regards and thanks to Swami Vedognanandaji, who had played a significant role in my life during my prime time of 2 years, where I spent the higher secondary in Belur Ramakrishna Mission during the year 1989-90. So my honor and privilege to be here with all the eminent panelists and respected professors and mentors. And also my sincere thanks to Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Jadavpur University, and Vivekananda Institute of Environment and Management, Kolkata, for allowing me in this valedictory session of the online internship program of petroleum and petrochemical industries and sustainable development for Indian industries. So I'm sure that throughout this internship program, you all had achieved a lot, okay? And more importantly, received the inputs to gain much more in coming days, months, years in your life. In fact, I believe that you all might just very well be some of the most important people, okay? Because in next few years, who knows, you will be the one who is going to be in charge and change this world and the society. Yeah. Indeed, you will be the one who will be shaping the country's future with your passion and energy and ideas. So coming back to the technology part, although Maharaj told about the industry part, but I'm sure a lot about Internet of Things has been told about the change and transformation in the industry and our daily lives. Today we are talking about Industry 4.0, right? And the global industry has transformed significantly across different streams, domains, verticals, right? We talk about transformation, be it technology transformation, be it our at organization level, at technology level, society level, or at personal level. There is somebody talking. Mr. A. Majumdar. Okay, thank you.
Sir, please unmute yourself.
Okay, I also got muted. Okay, good. So when we talk about the transformation and Industry 4.0 and every transformation happening at every level of our life, we are talking about endless data, connected data, and make use of this huge data in a positive way. It's like an explosion of data, right? In each and every aspect of our life. I mean, personally, I may be fortunate enough to see this significant change, although I started very late compared to respected professors here. But I remember from my personal experience, when I started in 1995, my first customer was Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation. So one branch, the entire Taylor system was working on a 20 MB hard drive. And their head office in Kolkata was on a server with 40 MB hard drive. I'm talking about 40 MB. Yes, you heard it right. Can you imagine this now? We have 64 GB, 128 GB, 256 GB data in our pocket, in our mobile device. We use internet or mobile application for every sphere of life. If the mobile is not there, if the internet is not working, we feel so handicapped. Even you cannot book a cab. So with this, we have seen enormous growth and change. And one thing that remains constant in our life is the change. Those who cannot change, those who cannot transform, they'll be extinct. I typically take an example of Hindustan Motors, right? It's a classic example for management studies, right? So even when they were the industry leader, nobody was in the vicinity. Even when Maruti came in, they thought Maruti, small car, what they are going to do with ambassadors? They are the king of the road. Where are they now? So this is the practical aspect of the change. So until and unless we adapt to the change, Dr. Das was talking about a learning aspect, right? And I think Dr. Paira also mentioned about that. So learning is nothing but changing ourselves, educating ourselves, be ahead of the curve. Otherwise, if you are one of the herd in this industry, you'll be lost. You will be lost. So don't try to be one of the herd. Try to bring something innovative, something differently, or do something where you will make a mark. You will contribute to not only to yourself, to the society, to the organization that you are going to be with. Okay. So this internet has Internet of Things, IoT we call it, right, has emerged as a leading technology around the world. It is growing rapidly every day. I mean, as per the report, about 8.4 billion IoT devices will be used by end of the year. It will be there in every sphere of our life, in devices like sensor, bands, television, boxes, smart door, or smart cities we are talking about. Everywhere it will be. And along with that, the data analytics and the use of data and the progress of artificial intelligence and machine learning has led to the simple automation of IoT devices. So automation is going to be another big area. As a result, the area of application of IoT has expanded in various sectors, be it manufacturing, be it chemicals, plants, automobile, healthcare, security, agriculture, food, beverage, you name it, everywhere it will be there. Okay. So I'll not say that IoT will be a separate career. It will be part of our career. Whatever we do, it will be there. Okay. So enough talked about IoT, but as Maharaj mentioned, that I like to touch base on few other pointers. If you are really want to be a successful engineer, or do what be whatever you are, whatever you do, if you want to be successful, there will be some mantras apart from the technology. Okay, technology can make things happen, but technology is not the solution for everything. That's why we the human are very much needed. No matter how much robotics comes in, humans are very much needed. Okay, industry needs not only good scholars, but more importantly, industry need good human beings. One can learn technologies, processes, gather industry domain experience, domain knowledge, everything can be done. But the most important skill, which we tend to forget, that we need good human being who can be strong when needed, who can stretch beyond limit, who can stand by the team, who can be honest and ethical, who can take the onus and responsibility, who has the honor for his or her words and morality. Think about this. I mean, this is day in, day out. We are facing this problem, especially after this pandemic second wave gone. Now the job market is booming. Everybody is having 2 or 3 offers. They come to the interview. When I finally take an interview, I'm holding an offer. What do you mean by holding an offer? Have you not given your words to the company that offered you? If you have given your words, that means that is your commitment. Why can you not keep your commitment? Why are you giving another interview? And if I ask that, they feel astonished. Who is this guy? What is he talking about? But this is something which my core values, which nobody can snatch. I can get a job with lesser salary, but on a longer run, you will be beneficial. The amount of self-dignity, amount of inner happiness that you will have when you come back after 10, 15, 20 years in your career, when you reflect back, you'll be so happy. So keep that in mind. That's why I said self-reflection is the way to remove all the inner roadblocks. You first become aware of the things that are holding you back, the things that you are unable to find a solution, right? Because first of all, you need to be convinced about this. Before you go and tell somebody, it is not an academical statement that I'm making. I need to be fully convinced that yes, this is good. If you go to a doctor and doctor is writing some prescription and doctor does not have the confidence that this medicine will solve this problem, will you have confidence in that doctor? Definitely not. So if you say something, if you do something, if you are not convinced, then you cannot have the result. So if you recall Swamiji's word, that conviction of the powers of goodness. That is very important. You need to be clear in your mind what you are doing. And if you are doing with a good intention and to your best ability, don't worry about the result. The result will follow. Another thing, take responsibility. Whatever you do, whatever you say, whatever it be your act, take responsibility. Yes, stand by your own. Okay, that yes, I have done something mistake, it is my responsibility. I have done something good, that is also yours. Nobody can snatch that. Yeah, but when you go to a leadership role, I'm not talking about the difference between a manager and leader, but when you go to a leadership role, you give credit to others. When it comes to take the responsibility of something not good, you take the responsibility of it. That is how a good leader will come out. Okay. Don't try to find out the fault in others. Right? I know most of the time we try to justify that I am always correct. Whatever I told, whatever I did is correct. It is his fault. It is that team fault. It is that product. It is that bug. Whatever be it, take responsibility of your own words, own behavior, own action. Swamiji said, we are responsible for what we are, and whatever we wish ourselves to be, we have the power to make ourselves. If what we are now has been the result of our own past actions, it certainly follows that whatever we wish to be in the future can be produced by our present action. So we have to know how to act. You all are young people. You all are in a very powerful position to make those choices for yourself. You have the freedom to open your mind. You have a fresh perspective that is not having any bindings as of now. You can try to find the solution of your own problems. It's basically stepping outside your comfort zone. Explore new ideas. That is exactly what I think Dr. Das was talking about. Don't stay within your comfort zone, right? Always try to break that circle and do something more which you are capable of doing. Then only the improvement will come. So this is the riskiest thing one can do, is to be in the safe zone. If you do whatever everybody else is doing, your result will be the same as theirs. It will be average. That's why I said, don't be one of the herd. But you are better than the average. Be bold, be yourself, take the chance. Have the guts to do something different. You are young. There are so many people in the world who choose to be safe. People who tremendous potential, who has got tremendous potential, but never use it. Okay. So that's why Swamiji said, strength is life, weakness is death. So be strong. Take risk in your life. If you win, you can lead. Again, I repeat, this is not my words. This is Swami Vivekananda's word. Take risk in your life. If you win, you can lead. If you lose, you can guide. Okay. And this another part which I also want to emphasize is that our body, this terrific machine, which is called human body, it consists of three things: body, mind, and soul. So body has to be strong. So that's why that's why you need to nurture this machine, right? Do all the kind of exercises, some kind of exercises, proper diet, proper sleep, proper rest, proper hydration. Everything is needed for a balanced human being. And then comes mind. Body, we can understand, it has got limitation. Mind also we can control, right? But one thing that has got no limitation is the soul, which is always there with us with infinite potential, right? This is the only gateway to channelize your infinite source of energy into physical level through the mind. So all are very much interconnected: body, mind, and our inner soul. Body is the connecting point between mind is the connecting point between the body and the soul. If we can control the mind, we have almost everything in our hand. Okay. Couple of other points. I think Dr. Paira, respected Professor Dr. Paira, also mentioned about the importance of taking care of our Mother Nature, Mother Earth, right? Industrialization is obvious, Professor Dr. Bhattacharya also mentioned, but it has to be sustainable, recycling or zero waste concept, green energy, so on. Many things has already been told, right? And be it industrial level, be it at the pollution, air pollution, water pollution, climate change, global warming, whatever be it, we have our own responsibilities to make this world a better place, not only for us, but also for the generations to come. Try to reduce the wastage of all kind of resources, be it water, electricity, natural assets, whatever it is. And also add, I mean, another important aspect here I like to mention is also about the digital waste. As the explosion is happening of data, then similarly the waste will also come. It may not be a huge problem yet in our country, but many countries in the world are started experiencing it. So we have to be very careful about the digital waste also, and how to properly tackle the digital waste. Okay. And learning we have already talked about, and the until we leave, we need to learn. We need to learn to be a better human being. Knowledge is the power that makes the human different than an animal, right? So things do not grow better, they remain with us. It is who we grow better, by changing ourselves, by learning. Okay. Everybody wants to be a leader. Everybody wants to be in limelight. That is absolutely fine. But at the same time, nobody wants to be the change that we want to see. So take the responsibility to be the change. Don't try to always criticize others or give this suggestion, government should do this, our manager should do that, our institution should do that. All these are very good as long as these are constructive suggestion. Constructive criticism is fine, but don't only criticize only sake of criticizing. Rather try to find out what we can do to make things better. We can incorporate some of these ideas in our day-to-day life. Break the entire perspective into small things. Like say, if you talk about Sachin Tendulkar building an innings, Rahul Dravid building an innings, if they have to save an innings, what do? They go block by block, first 10 runs, then 20 runs, 30 runs, right? If you have 5 sessions to save a test match, what do you do? You go session by session. Similarly, we can consider our goals step by step. What do we want? What is my intention to be? What am I going to do? Right? What kind of job do I need to find for myself? So narrow down all these separate aspects of life and try to find an answer for yourself. Your success is not measured in terms of what you have obtained in terms of what, but rather in terms of what you become, how you live, and what your actions are. Okay. The essence of true success is what that make of yourself. It is the conduct of life that you develop. It is basically how you present yourself in every sphere of life, right? So people should look upon you as the ideal person, as the ideal teammate, as the ideal co-worker, as the ideal manager, as the ideal researcher. That is why we are here. That is why, that is how you will make your career successful. Only a mere degree or certificate will have no use. I'll rather tear up those degrees if that degree cannot earn any respect in your life. Okay. And very last point, that is our duty and responsibility. It is not only for our own, not only for our own family, not only for our mother nature, but also it goes stretch beyond that. Do something for others, do something for the society. We call it give back, we call it charitable work or whatever. Many people say that I am helping society, I am helping them, I am helping that, I'm doing this. So everywhere that I come in picture, as soon as the I come in picture, it is gone. Keep aside the I am also part of this. So try to do it as a spontaneous activity. That this needs to be done. Those people who have helped you to be what you are today, It may be your primary teachers. It may be the people who worked in your house 10 years back, 20 years back. It can be your friends from childhood. It can be your people in your villages. Everybody has played a significant role in your life to bring you where you are today. Try to do something for them. Don't always think like that. I don't have time. I don't have money. I don't have this. I don't have that. Those are all lame excuses. 24 hours in a day is a huge amount of time. Okay. And to do something good, money is never a factor. You have the entire life in your hand to earn money. But if you want to do something for others, that happiness and that pleasure which you'll be getting, no money can buy that. So start it at a small scale. Start maybe with helping 5 students in your community who are needy. Maybe just help one family in the tough times, to help them out financially. There is nothing called very small. Everything counts in this universe. So always keep that in mind, that your roots, what are your roots, why you are here today, what is the purpose of you doing this. Don't always run for short-term goals like some money, some better jobs, these, that. Those are all part of our life. There is no end to it. But that cannot be the ultimate goal in our life. It is having much more bigger purpose. So try to find that out. All the seniors, professors, Maharaj, everybody is there to guide you out. Your parents, your teachers, your mentors, everybody is there. Sometimes even we learn from our youngers, right? I may have something to learn from you also, right? My kids teaches me many things when I do make a mistake. So learning goes hand in hand. Don't ever feel bothered about learning from others. So keep these small things in mind. I think I have talked about many different areas. Already 20 minutes gone. So I'll stop here. Once again, thank you very much for the opportunity given. And I wish each one of you all the very best. I'm always available if there is any help I can offer. And once again, thank you and all the very best in your life. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you, Shandip. You spoke from your conviction. I could supplement many things, but I am restricting myself because of the paucity of time, and Professor Gupta has another assignment at 7:30. It is already 7:22. Just hurriedly, I make some announcements. Actually, you see, this is because of our absence of our coordinator of the program, Mr. Ashulindu Mondal. Our program started on 20th August, and today it completed. That means 20th August to 28th September. And you see, as per the AICTE notification, the third year students, they should have a 40 years online internship program, including, of course, the flipped classroom, flipped classroom assignments, and then other assignments, and you can say the evaluation. And regarding this, I think we have already, I have counted, or Omi has already counted, that we have completed our target. Only thing is that the sustainable development for industries, Indian industries, so that started little afterwards, and that is mostly joined by the second year students. And regarding, that was a 3 weeks program, but we covered much more than 3 weeks, and we covered a lot of things. What was normally being covered in such 3 weeks program. And regarding this, we got the help of many organizations, starting from in IOCL, Indian Oil Corporation Limited, ONGC, Reliance, led by Dr. Ashit Das, the Reliance R&D, and also the Abu Dhabi marine oil company led by Mr. Pradeep Sharma, CSIR, three organizations, that CSIR, IICT, where around three speakers, yes, not around, actually three speakers, including one Bhatnagar awardee. So they addressed CSIR Niri, the head of that Sustainable Development Group. He addressed Central Glass and Ceramic Research Institute, CSIR. They are from the Membrane Technology and Water Technology Division head. He addressed. And apart from that, we also covered four Industry 4.0 and IoT related lectures. The one is being delivered by our very able friend, that Dr. Y. Jantasi, who is the Director of NELIT, Government of India, Ministry of Information Technology. So he covered a complete session. Then Mr. Jitu, Sandeep's friend. Incidentally, today Mr. Jitu is not present. He also very lucidly, but such a illuminating lecture on Industry 4.0, I rarely experienced. Then Professor Shahrukh Bhuiya, he was also a Ramakrishna down there around us, professor of Florida. He spoke twice, once in the inaugural program and once in a very elaborate session. And Professor Rajiv Mukherjee of University of Texas, he also spoke twice, once in the inaugural program and then once in a other day program. It's a complete lecture. So we have made the things in form of the you can see the flipped class as assignments system. Then the students were divided in 3 groups and they made their own reports and submitted the reports to us in the Google Classroom. And tomorrow they will get one questionnaire, that is the evaluation, with a very less amount of time. It will be the MCQs. Those speakers, those have addressed this. So out of that certain chosen amount of questions, so that will be uploaded in the classroom and they have to submit the assignment. And on the basis of that, you have to submit that report, and then ultimately you will get the certificate. So that is the thing. So since all the participants have covered, have participated so nicely, so please don't neglect regarding the thing what is still in your hand. That is, those have not submitted the report. Some 1 or 2 students they have not submitted. So please submit it. Please submit the evaluation answer script so that we can hand over to you the certificates before Durga Puja. Okay. So that is our target. With this, thanks to all of you, and thanks to Bhumi, because every day she has coordinated means she has live streamed the whole program with all the net problems she has tackled so nicely. So thanks to Bhumi for doing all these things. And also thanks to Dr. Dash and his team, because there are so many persons, but Dr. Dash is present here. That's why I'm mentioning the name of Dr. Dash. So if anyone has to speak 1 or 2 sentences, it is all right. Otherwise, we will let us call it a day. Anyone wishes to speak? Dr. Dash, you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. This is a very good program. I think everybody enjoyed and learned a lot. Thanks a lot.
Yes, we expecting that you will be present in our national symposium also. Either physically or online present, along with your full team, so that we can make it something very tangible. Okay. Thank you very much. So let us close the session. Sandeep, thanks to you for such illuminating words. and also my partner, Professor Bhaskar Gupta. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you
Okay,
so
so
much, Maharaj.
we are closing the session. It will be available in YouTube. The link, I think all of you have got it. Otherwise, Fomi will send it to the internship group.